Welcome everyone to Life Lessons from Movies, presented by my organization, The Zen of Hollywood, and me, your host, David McKay. In this segment, we extract life lessons from movies and then use simple and practical tips to help us improve our lives and become happier, which I believe we all desire. Okay, today's theme is accept the ordinary, embrace the extraordinary. And we'll examine this all-important theme through the inspirational film Wonder, starring Jacob Tremblay, Julia Roberts, and Owen Wilson. Please know there are spoilers ahead. Okay, so this film focuses, of course, on this 10-year-old boy named August Pullman, or Augie, who was born with these facial deformities that make it difficult for him to really live in the world, a world that has a tendency to judge people based on physical appearances. Well, Augie has been sheltered by his parents up until now, but they really want him to get out there, of course, to live his own life. And so they enroll him in public school for the first time. So you can imagine this for a boy like Augie with these facial deformities, the challenges he would experience entering 5th grade, all of these classmates looking at him, staring at him. But things settle down after a while and he begins to make some friends, including this one young boy named Jack, who ends up being his best friend. But even Jack, after a while, begins to say, well, at one point says these very mean and cruel things about Augie that Augie happens to overhear. And of course, Augie is devastated. Now, this is one side of this story of the film. The other side has to do with Augie's older sister, Via, and her friend, Miranda. Now, Via and Miranda, they're really good friends. And during the summer, they don't really see each other until they get back from summer break and they're in school again. And when Via goes up to Miranda, Miranda rejects Via, or seems to do so, and moves on to a different set of friends. Well, we don't really understand what happens until later, when Miranda explains that over the summer she attended a camp and she told everybody that her true family, her real family, was Via's family, right? Including Augie, whom she really adores. She did this because she felt like she really didn't have a family, right? She felt empty, and so she made up this lie. And because she felt ashamed of what she had said, that she felt she couldn't face Via, and so she rejected Via. So let's take a look at what's happening here. We have two people who are jumping to conclusions here. We've got Miranda, who, because of her shame, right, she doesn't feel that she can come and tell Via the truth, right? So she jumps to the conclusion that Via is going to reject her. By the same token, Via jumps to conclusions as well, assuming that she's being rejected for just being herself. So what's really happening in this situation is these two girls are allowing their own personal pain to distort reality and jump to conclusions. Well, the same thing is happening really with Augie and some of his classmates, right? They are looking at him, right, through their own personal pain, their own insecurities, low self-esteem, and perhaps even self-loathing, and projecting that onto him, and therefore making fun of him so that they feel better about themselves, right? So we know that people do this, right? They don't really see reality for what it is, right? They see reality based on their own interpretations, and those interpretations are based on their own personal past. So this is exactly what happens with us as well. Quite often we end up projecting our own thoughts, our conclusions, and our personal pain onto others. And if we're really going to understand people and have good connections and good relations, we obviously have to do our part to put aside these filters, right? To see people for who they are and to investigate, to reach out to them, right? And this is what psychologists call bracketing, right? Putting them aside and doing our best to be able to see people in the situations for what they are in the present moment. Now, remember that last scene, that inspiring scene in which Augie is awarded. He's given that award by the school in front of the whole school for his good character. In fact, the person who gave out the award said something like, the award is for the person who with a good heart, right? That helps everybody else open their hearts. Something to that effect. And that's exactly what Augie does. He comes back time after time in the face of adversity, right? With everybody calling him names, and it's very difficult for him, but he does come back and keeps his heart open for the most part. Now, Augie is this extraordinary person. He is very talented, right? He is a science genius. But that's not what makes him extraordinary. It's the fact that he has an open, warm heart. That's what makes him extraordinary, and that's what makes all of us extraordinary. We all have ordinary aspects, right? That society calls ordinary. Maybe we're not the best looking person according to society, or maybe we're not the most talented individual. But that's okay. We need to be able to accept our ordinariness, right? The ordinary qualities, but embrace our extraordinary qualities, which is our heart, our divine essence, the genius within. That's what we have to do, and that's what I believe Augie does. So this is what makes us extraordinary. It's our heart. It's this loving essence that's at the core of everybody. This is our authenticity. So let's live from this authenticity as best we can so that we turn our ordinary lives into extraordinary affairs. So what did you take as a major life lesson from this film? Feel free to leave comments below. And for more tips, movies, and life lessons, feel free to go to my website, thezenofhollywood.com. That's thezenofhollywood.com. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.